those of us. To those of us who stop long enough or think hard enough to question why we are here and what is the point of all of this that on the surface seems pointless. I say we're the ones who know there's a reason, something we can't see or hold on to, or maybe even comprehend, but we're either playing out a story that is destined to end and maybe just begin again, or we have gone off the rails and lost the plot. Maybe we knew something once, but we all forgot. Those of us who question this version of the story are the ones who remember the forgetting, and we are left with traces that distract us from ourselves for moments in the silence of the spaces between desires and distractions. And we ponder how effective are our actions, or if we are able to be an example, or if the powers that be will make an example of us to show the rest what will happen if they stray from the script that was written on the page that was torn by the hand of greed before you were born. Those of us who feel the calling to learn, to feel, to do, to be something that this world may not understand, but that it desperately needs. But we're too hesitant to plant our seeds in toxic soil, so we accept the poison. Then we are no better than anyone who doesn't question the way things are or the stories we've been told. Those of us who see that reality doesn't make sense on its face, and that these systems we've built are not kind to the human race or anything else alive or beautiful or wise. And how did we make it so far with our pettiness and selfishness and ignorance that at some point we forgot that they were meant to be overcome and not embraced as a necessary way of being, to be a part of this society that has an aversion to seeing how we are responsible for most of the misery. Individually and together we have written this story. Those of us who see beyond the black and white, the left and right, are left in the middle or on the edges, barely able to hold on to the same illusion that is shared by the collective, because playing along is the only way to get by. It was set up this way so we don't stop to ask why. And we know we have to live here and learn here and die here, but some of us don't want to come back here again. We recognize the prison because we've cleared up our vision just enough to see the power of the fear and division set up by those who know it's a game, it's a ruse, it's an illusion, and they know they can play the villains. We could play the heroes, but we don't. We wouldn't. We can't anymore because we are told that stuff only happens in the movies. And who wants to take a chance these days? There are too many ways to stick our heads in the sand, to keep busy with nothing important, to ride the wave of the trendy outrage of the latest fad. And we know the slogans, but that's about all. Empires rise and empires fall. Every time there were those of us who saw it happening in slow motion, a tidal wave about to crash on the surface of the ocean. People swimming, people playing, and all the while we can't be heard. So we're on the beach just praying for it to get better, for us to be wrong, for a miracle to save us from it, from them, from ourselves. Those of us who sometimes, somehow feel that we're watching it all from the outside, yet we know that we're in it too. We didn't know, but we knew. Is this world left for us to save? Left to us in the end? Or has it left us behind to lament what could have been or what we thought once was? And when we don't want life to change, that's when it does. I have so many questions and always will, but I would really like the answer, so I am here still, weighing out the pros and cons of what it means to be, the curse of it or blessedness, to be those of us who see.